Hey creators, welcome back. I am going to show you how to create a design for a mug. This is one that you would upload to Printful and you would have Printful to print them for you. You could either sell them or give them away or make it for yourself. So if you go over to printful.com, you will see that they give you the file guidelines for whatever size file or whatever size mug you want. And so for a 15-ounce mug, the file size should be 9 by 3.8. So those of you who've been with me for a little while, you know that I've told you in Canva, when you download your files, they are not a 300 DPI. And you can see right here, it says that these are must follow guidelines. So the file format has to be at least a 300 DPI. If it's not going to print very clearly. It's going to be kind of blurry looking and just not a good print at all for Printful to work with. So since Canva only downloads as a 96 DPI for images, we are going to make our file size larger than what they're asking us to make it as. So instead of making this a 9 by 3.8, we're going to make it like a 27 by, let's see, what would be 3.8 times 3? Let's see, 8 times 3, 24. Carry my 2. 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 is 11. So this will be 27 inches by 114 inches. So let's see if we can do that on Canva. So let's head back over to Canva and let's see if it allows us to do that. So I like to start by putting in the largest dimension first. So our width is going to be 114 inches. So let's see if it allows us to do that. No, it will not allow us to do that. So it tells you dimensions must be at least 0.417 and no more than 83. So that's the largest that it's going to allow us to do. So let's do that. Let's do 83 width by 27 height. Let's make the height even a little bit bigger. Let's make the height 36. Oh, can't do it either. Let's make the height 27. Let's see if it allows us to do 30. Yeah, so let's do 83 by 30. And we're just making this larger so that when we change the resolution size to 300 from 96, our resolution is going to go up, but the file size is going to go down. So we can change our file size to what we actually need, which would be 9 by 3.8. And don't forget, look at the video in the pinned comment to make sure you understand how to change your resolution size, because that is a step that you cannot miss. Okay, so let's create the design. Canva is busy working, creating our design, and here is our lovely design right here. I went ahead and made the screen size a little smaller so that you can see the design. Now I'm going to click on elements. Now I had chosen some elements earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and put those elements on the workspace, but they were some winter elements because the winter is coming. And so I wanted to make a cute little winter mug. So here are my images that I selected from elements. So let's click on those. I had that one, this one, and this one. So let's move this over. First of all, let's move these out of the way. Let's take this image and we're going to stretch it out as far as we can. And then we are going to grab these images, and just for a moment, we're going to group them. We're going to group them because we want to move them out of the way and we don't want them all separately. So I'm going back to this image and I'm going to duplicate this image by clicking on the plus. So it is now duplicating, and what I'm going to do is flip this image around. And I'm going to move it over to the left side. Okay, so now you see that I can't easily grab the other images that I want. So what I'm going to do is, let me even this up. What I'm going to do is click on position. And when you do that, you have this layers tab. This shows you where everything is. So I want the text and the little honeycombs and things back here, but I can't get to it. So if I go over to the layers tab and I click on it, now you see it has highlighted it. So what I want to do, I want to move this over and I want to ungroup them. So if you look back on the layers tab, you see that it's no longer just one item. There are three different layers. So I'm going to take the text tab and I'm going to move that up to the top. You just take it and grab it because I want the text on top of everything. I want this layer to be moved over there a little bit. And I'm going to duplicate this and just kind of sporadically, put them around. Let's duplicate again. Let's kind of turn it around a little bit. Duplicate it another time. Let's rotate it around some. Just kind of randomly placed. Now, I want to make this image larger, but first I'm going to deal with this gold. And again, I can't get to it from here because it's behind these other layers. So I'm going to click on it here and I am going to now grab it and move it around. And I can duplicate these if I want and put them wherever I like to put them. I'm going to flip it around horizontally and possibly vertically. And maybe I'll do one more and kind of put it in the middle. And I will rotate this a little bit. Okay. So now I still want to get to this text. I can't get to it from the workspace. So I'm going to go back over to the layers tab, click on the text. Now it's showing here and I can just take it and move it up and down to the size that I want it to. Okay. So there we go. I think that's cute. I think it'll make a really cute mug too. Now, the gold seems to be a little bit harsh. So I'm going to click on each of these layers. Here's one layer of the gold. Here's the second layer of the gold. And here's the third layer of the gold. Now, this one seems to be behind one of these honeycombs, but that's okay. It's fine. So while I'm on it, I'm going to click on the transparency and I'm going to make it a little more transparent. And you see the number is, let's make it 70. So I'm going to double click in there and I'm going to hit the tab key. Do it again. Didn't take for some reason. 70. Now I'm going to hit the tab key. Okay, now I'm going to go back over to the next one and I'm going to change this one, the transparency on here to 70 as well. I'm going to hit the tab key and click out of it. I'm going to click on the third one. I'm going to go to the transparency. I'm going to change it to 70 like the others. Hit tab and click out of it. So it just made the gold a little softer, I think it might look better on our design. So that's cute. So now what we want to do is we want to share this. We want to download this. We want it to be a PNG and we want it to be a transparent background. You could do a JPEG, but PNG files tend to be clearer. Okay. So now we're going to download this file. It's a PNG and it's transparent. We're going to download it. While it's downloading, don't forget, when this video is over, you've got to go and check out in the pinned comment. I have a video there that shows you how to change the resolution. That is a must. You saw on Printful that they tell you it has to be a 300 dpi. So we want to make sure that our image is a 300 dpi. All right, so we're going to hop over to Printful, and I have the 15-ounce mug selected, and we are going to upload our file. So let's upload our design for the file. Upload new file. It's uploading my file. It's going to take a minute or so. It has uploaded it. Now I'm going to apply. And you see, it is perfect. So now let's look at some mock-ups. Okay, I went back to the design. So you could see that the print quality is good and it's 300 DPI. If we hadn't have used the getpaint.net that we get from the Microsoft Store, and again, that video is in the pinned comments. If we hadn't have used that, the image would not be at 300 DPI. So this means this is great. It's going to be beautiful. Let's look at our mock-ups. Okay, here are our mock-ups. So this is showing one side of the cup. This is showing the other side. This is showing the front. And so we've got our different mock-ups here, which is really nice. I'm glad to see that Printful is changing up some of their mock-ups. They didn't have a great diversity in the mock-ups. So here you go. This is our beautiful Hello Winter mug. So remember, if you are selling on Etsy, you can actually save each of these images to your computer and you can use these in your Etsy listings, right? So you can also upload these into Canva, add a really pretty background. I did a video on that, so you can check that out as well. I'll pin that video in the comment as well. But you could use these right in your Etsy store. But actually, the great thing about Printful, for those of you who don't know, once you upload this to your store, Printful will actually have all of these available for you to, it'll automatically populate in your store. You can either choose them all or choose as few as you want or create your own. I used to create my own sometimes, and that's when I would, right click and save each image, and then I would change my background and put it on a different background. In fact, let me give you a quick glimpse as to how I would do that. So you're going to go back over to canva.com and we're going to actually create a new design because we're going to create a size that will fit on your Etsy listing, and that is 2500 by 2100 pixels. You could either change the unit size here and type in 2500 by 2100. I don't have to do that because I've done it, and so Canva knows that, so it's right here for me. So if I click on this, it's going to set up my workspace in that size. Now, the next thing you would do is upload the two or the how many ever images you downloaded from Printful. I downloaded two just so I could show you what I meant by changing the background. So you would upload those files into Canva. You would change your background. So we know that we have mugs. So let's go to photos and let's type kitchen counter. So what I essentially want to do, I like this one. This is pretty because it's very unassuming. We're going to click on the three dots and we're going to choose set image as background. And then we're going to choose one more. This is a nice one. We're going to choose again, set image as background. So now we're going to go back to our uploads. Here are the two images that we just uploaded from Printful. So I'm on page one. I'm going to click on my mug. And Printful is really good because when I downloaded these two images, I did not have to remove the background. The background was already removed. So that's good. So I want to make this a little larger to make it look a little more realistic. And I'm going to set it there. Now I'm going to go to my second page and I'm going to click on this one. And I am going to make that a little larger. And then if you want it, you could make as many as you want. So that's what I like about Canva. It's so many different options for you to use. So let's say I wanted to show them all of my images together. I could do that if I wanted to. However you want to do it. So there we go. So if you were selling different sizes, you could pretend like these are the 11 ounces and maybe this is the 15 ounce. Move this over. It's a little smaller. And then you could go to the text, add some text here. Maybe we'll say 15 ounce. Move that up here. Duplicate that. Put this over here. We could say 11 ounce. So you get what I'm talking about, right? And then you would just save these. You would go to share and then download, and you would download these as JPEGs, and you would upload these files, 1 and 2, and how many ever more that you have. You would upload that into your Etsy store to show your listings. So anyway, I hope you got something from this. It was just a quick little tutorial to show you how you can use the images on Printful and also how you can create the design for a pretty mug. So hope you enjoyed the video, and just go out there, be creative, do everything that you can possibly do, and have fun. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.